It's Dr. George here for Tucked In Tuesdays. So, hi, Kylie. You're right here on time. Hello, hello, hello. So, it's a pleasure to have you all. Welcome to Tucked In Tuesdays. I'm so glad that you joined me. So, I have a little bit of a confession. So, the author that I was supposed to have on, good evening, Rochelle, things happened. So she couldn't make it. So I had to switch the book, and I thought I switched it on a page. So you're in for a treat because I'm pretty sure all of you know that book. And Mike, you're right. It is time for the story. Good evening. Hi, Anthony. How are you? And so we'll get started. I want to get my hellos out of the way. And the book that we'll actually be reading tonight. Hi, Nikisha. How are you? It's actually an oldie but a goodie. I read it when I was in elementary school, and I haven't read it since, so I kind of forgot what it was about, but it's a life lesson. I remember that. It is The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein, permission granted by Harper Collins Publishers. So we have permission to read that book. Hello, Virtuous. How are you? Hi, Joel. How are you? And hi, Miss Duke and Mabry. Hello. And hi, Dusty, my cousin. Hello. So my book tonight is The Giving Tree. Now, not only is Giving Tree one of my favorite books, but hi, Daphne, how are you? But it's also an AR book. So if you do a celebrated reader, it's right there. So I'll give you time to write that down. It's AR quiz number 5469, book level 2.6, which means of second grade after 6 months, and AR points half a point. Hi, Amber Nicole. Hi, Staten family. How are you? And so I'm going to read The Giving Tree. I have a few more comments. Mike, I read that book when I was a kid. Yep. Jamila, hello. How are you? Glad you can join us. So here we go. The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And I put the AR information up there for you so that you'll have that. All right, so we'll get started now. Hi, Sharita. Hello. Once there was a tree. Every good story always starts with the tree, right? And she loved the little boy. Now that's different. And look at his little foot just appearing. Hi, Nancy. And every day the boy would come. Hi, Karen. And he would gather her leaves. So he would go every day and gather the leaves from the tree and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk and swing from her branches. And eat apples. Hi, Lucy. And they would eat apples. So it must be an apple tree. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. If you've never taken a nap under a tree, it's a great feeling. And the boy loved the tree. Hi, Malachi. Hi, Riz. Riz or Rees. Not sure which one it is, but hello. Very much. And the tree was happy. But time went by. Ms. Duke said, love this book, read it to my very first class after they unexpectedly lost their teacher suddenly. Very soothing. And the boy grew older. And now it's not just one set of legs, there's two sets of legs. Who do you think is under the tree with him? Hi, Alex from New York. And the tree was often alone. So after he found someone else, he was found himself by himself. Then one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and eat apples and play in my shade and be happy." "I am too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." Poor tree. And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away. And the tree was happy. You're never too big to climb a tree. That's right, Kylie. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day, the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy. And she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I'm too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children, so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house. But you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And Mike said, "Of course, you have to be in good shape to climb a tree." That's right. And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. There we go. Nancy said, "This is awesome." And the tree was happy. But Mike is sad. But the boy stayed away for a long time. When he came back, the tree was so happy. She could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "You can sail away and be happy." So there he is. Hi, Miss Martin. Here's an AR book for your kiddos, Miss Martin. Tell Madeline and Carter I said hello. And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. Hi, Mona. And the tree was happy, but not really. Martin said her favorite book of all time. And after a long time, the boy came back. "I'm sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I'm too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I'm too tired to climb," said the boy. "I am sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I'm just an old stump. I am sorry." Hey, Miss Duke, here's an AR book for your scholars. I'll put that AR information back up for you, Miss Duke. "I don't need very much now," said the boy. "Just a quiet place to sit and rest. I'm very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could. "Well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down. Sit down and rest." And the boy did. "Hi, Roy. How are you?" And the tree was happy. The end. So a book, a few words, but with a very powerful message. And this is an AR book, AR quiz number 5469, book level 2.6, 0.5 points. So I always talk about my takeaways from the book, and I needed this book. There's a reason why that author didn't make it tonight, because I needed this book, The Giving Tree. So in this book, the tree gave and gave and gave. And I talk to my admin team all the time. And Miss Duracell said, wow. And Miss Duke said, I'm in AR war with Miss LeBlanc. Where are you up on her? There you go. And Kylie Green said that was incredibly sad but powerful. And the possibilities of a tree, she said. Virtuous said. And Miss Duke said, yes, thank you for these AR points. And Miss Tanner said, Liz said, this is such a good book. So I talked to my admin team and my new teachers, and I asked them, and I want you guys to put in a comment, if you're a pitcher or a glass. A pitcher is someone that just gives. And the glass is somebody just takes. And it's not bad if you're a glass. If you're a glass, it's okay, because I'm going to tell you why it's okay, because you help us pitchers. Perfect book for you. You are such a giving person. Thank you, Ms. Duke. So I want you to put in the comments if you're a pitcher or a glass. You can put an emoji if you're on your phone. So sometimes there are people in life, and boys and girls, you just give. Mother Nature, the tree, really made me think about this meaning. Yes. You just give, and it seems like nobody gives you anything. And I see Liz put, she's a pitcher. She gives all the time. Mike is doing his takeaway. The tree gave and gave to the boy, and the boy didn't give anything back to the tree, and the boy took advantage of the tree. And Miss Duracell says she's going to share this with her students tomorrow. So Miss Sally is saying she's a pitcher, and hi. I have several people joining. Ms. Duke said, Dr. George, complete pitcher. Homer is lucky to have you. So when you're a pitcher, you get tired, but you don't stop giving. You continue to give. You continue to give because you want the glass to be full. Even if the glass comes back for more, you want to give to the glass. So it's not so good to be a pitcher all the time. Now, the people that are glasses, you always have people pouring into you, but unfortunately, sometimes glasses can't see that the picture is actually pouring into them. It takes them a while. But eventually, when they get it, sometimes it's too late. So boys and girls, if you're having people, Ms. Martin Holly says she's a pitcher, and Kylie says she's both. Karen Duracell said a pitcher with joy. And so when people are giving or doing things to you, know that it doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be money. Ms. Duke told me to preach, and I shall, Ms. Duke. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be monetary. It doesn't have to be anything that you see. This tree, when that tree gave the apples to the boy, was an apple, but to that tree, it was part of them. It was the thing that made them special, the things that made them stand out from the other trees, because it was an apple tree, and there may have been a cherry tree next to it or just an oak tree, but he gave all that he was, the thing that made him different. He gave it away. And so you have the little boy who just took it and ran, didn't even know the value of the apple because he sold it. Had he known, he would have kept the apple, but he sold it. And so moving forward, Ms. Tanner said, I used to use this book when teaching natural resources around Earth Day. Great for helping students with text to world connection. So boys and girls, when you're little and you're giving something, a drawing to a teacher, if you've ever given Dr. George a drawing, it's hanging up in my office because it's you. It's what made you different. Now, if you're a glass, sometimes you just have to realize what that picture is actually giving you. The second thing he gave him was his branches. Now, that wasn't all, but those were extensions of him. Those were things that came from him that he created. He gave that away. Now, of course, they grow back. They grow back, but he gave it away, not knowing if it would grow back. And then the boy came back, and the boy went back and he got the trunk, which is pretty much all the tree had. Only thing the tree had left is a trunk. When the boy came back, hi, Miss Johnston, and hi, Miss Pilgrim, was a trunk. And when he went back for the trunk, he couldn't give the tree anything, nothing. He couldn't replace the branches. He couldn't replace the apples. All he could do is sit on that trunk and rest. And you know what? That tree was so glad that he did that. And as pictures, here's where we're at fault. If you're a pitcher, one that gives all the time, let me tell you why we're at fault. Because we give until we can't give to ourselves. He had nothing left to offer, but he just wanted to feel needed. So he let him sit on the last thing that there was, that trunk. So whether you're a pitcher or a glass, you make the world go round, and there's no bad way. It's not bad to be a pitcher. It's not good. It's not bad to be a glass. It's not good to be a glass. But the power in this book is the giving tree. It just gave. But here's the thing. He started out as a little boy, and he was never corrected, never told anything, and he became a man. And he expected the same thing. Now I'm about to preach for real, boys and girls and adults. What you allow people to do is what they continue to do. So that tree allowed that little boy to come back and never give back. He never asked for anything in return. Hello, Melody. Nothing in return. So that little boy became accustomed. It wasn't his fault he went back and got things all the time. The tree had to take responsibility. So if sometimes, boys and girls, if you feel like someone's using you or abusing you, guess what? You allow it. What you allow continues. And it took me a long time to learn that, 43 years to be exact. What you allow continues, good or bad. So my takeaway from this book, my true takeaway, is that I won't stop giving. But when I give, whatever I give to someone, whatever I give, I'm going to give from my heart. And I want to make sure that I don't want anything in return, so that if they don't give me anything in return, my feelings aren't hurt. I'm going to give from my heart. Okay, boys and girls. So you're right. We teach others how to treat us. And hi, Lillian. So I want you guys to, if you get a chance, buy this book. And here he is on the back. Powerful book. He wrote Where the Sidewalk Ends and a couple other books. But I want you to, if you haven't purchased this book, get this book, The Giving Tree. And Mike says a great takeaway. Get this book, because next month, I'm going to go ahead and say it and get that information. It's an AR book. I'm going to tell you this. Next month, I'm so excited because I scheduled out my whole February. So I got a couple of things coming up. I'm going to tell you my first. So next month is Black History Month. We get treated the way we let ourselves, the way we let others treat us. You're exactly right. So next month, for Tucked In Tuesdays, we'll be reading books by African American authors and or with African American characters. So my first book is someone local here. His name is Calvin Denson. And I'm going to be reading his book, one of his books, on Tucked In Tuesdays, the first Tuesday. The second one, there's a book by Melissa Boyd. So all of the authors that I'm mentioning, you'll meet them, every single one of them. So I have Melissa Boyd, and I don't know if I have her books right here by me. I probably don't, but that's okay. I'm going to keep going. On the following Tuesday, which is February 9th, I'm going to be highlighting a book by Chevelle Ford. So we'll have her book. And some of them are smaller authors. Karen Denson, she said, yeah, Calvin Denson, yes. On the 16th, I'll be reading a book by Joshua Dickerson. You've all seen the poem, I Ain't Got a Pencil. Well, there's a book. And so I'll be reading that book, and you'll get to meet that guy. You've seen that poem all over Facebook. He'll be there. And then the last Tuesday, the 23rd, they'll be with Belinda Mays, and she's also from Beaumont, Texas, and she has 7 Days with Daddy and I Am God's Confirmation for Little Girls. Now, I want to tell you some other people that I'm excited about for Tucked In Tuesday, because if you don't ask, you don't receive. I got in touch with Carol Weatherford. So this is Freedom in Conga Square. It's a Caldecott honor book. She also was awarded the Coretta Scott King Award and is an AR book. And you're going to meet her. We're scheduling that day. And she's on the New York Times bestseller list. So you'll be meeting a very special author. Thanks so much for story time. We love our Tuesday story time. You should see my son's face when you said hello. When Grandma Sings, Marguerite King Mitchell. It's also an AR book. She'll be joining us as well. So I have that book. I'll also be reading The Fresh Princess. Now, you cross your fingers, say a prayer that Dr. George gets in touch with this author. It's inspired by Will Smith, The Fresh Prince. So you'll be getting that book. You'll be hearing from them as well. And then my last one, Karen Nielsen, one of my favorite books. I'll be reading, where's my last book that I'll be reading is by Ida B. White, Let the Truth Be Told. Ida B. Wells, Let the Truth Be Told. I have that book. And the last one, Mafara's Beautiful Daughters, An African Tale. And so next month will be full of AR points, Black authors, Black characters, celebrating Black History Month every single Tuesday in February. Thank you all so much for joining me. As I say every Tuesday, if no one else tells you, Dr. George loves you. Hope to hear you. Hope to see you next Tuesday. Make sure you tune in. Guys, I want to tell you, you inspire me to be you guys. When I come on Tucked In Tuesdays, I'm actually that glass and you guys are pouring into me. This is the only time that I actually become a pitcher. I mean, a glass when I'm on here and you guys, just those comments and those hearts and just watching you stay on and interacting, you fill my cup because it's the end of the day. So you guys have an amazing day. Make sure you get your scholars and your students to get those AR books. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. I'll see you there. Good night, guys. Love you guys. Good night.